blimey, what scares me most about myself? Yeah. Gosh, that is a really interesting question. Because I guess in therapy, and I think I've always been aware that I do have quite a tough side to me, and that's got me through quite a lot of difficult stuff, as a child and growing up, but also in work and things. I guess probably the how angry I can get, not physically, but how people can really piss me off. Yeah, and people have told me that I have got a scary side to me, and yeah, although I feel sad about that people feel that side of me or notice that side of me, I feel quite proud of it sometimes, because I think it's got me through. I can take a lot, but when the bullshit keeps falling, it's like, okay, enough's enough. I'm not doing this anymore. You can piss off, leave me alone. So I do have that quite tough side of me that I think people do pick up on. And that's been something, certainly has been a topic for therapy, because I think we do all have a dark side to us, and I think it's important that we get to know that part of us and understand why we are as we are. Where did it come from? Why are we like that? And in some ways, because I think it probably comes from our child, our inner child, and so it's not embracing it as such, but it is getting to know that part of ourselves in a conscious way, rather than letting it in some way interfere with or interrupt relationships, I think.
Wow, that's a good question, because I've scared myself a lot. A lot of my life I've been scared of hurting other people. And so I've been in the helping profession for over 30 years in different ways. And I started out as an occupational therapist. So we do assessments, we've got a process, this is what you follow. Client either complies or doesn't. And I didn't realize at the time I was scared of hurting people, and I thought that would keep me safe. And then, I became a therapist in different ways, but I was really, really scared of hurting people. And when I before I studied to be a counsellor, which was in 2012, so I'd been an occupational therapist, worked mostly in mental health and neurology, worked with some eating disorders. But when I wanted to be a counsellor, I put it off for 10 years. It took me 10 years to allow myself to think about it, because I was really scared about hurting people. So when it came up, I'm like, okay. So when I went in for my interview and I said, look, I'm really scared of hurting people. I doubt myself. I'm worried that, yeah. And I said, and I'd be really transparent. And I said, I've been wanting to do this for years. If I'm not the right person to do it, then I'm all right. I'll give 100%. And if it's not for me, that's fine. But if I don't do it, then I won't know. And then for 10 years as a counsellor, oh my God, they were the hardest years of my lives. And life, and I doubted myself so much. I was so scared of myself that I was hurting people. And of course, when you start out, you make mistakes and you do hurt people. Do you know what I mean? And that was devastating. I had a brilliant supervisor who said, you will apologize to your first 100 clients. Do you know what I mean? Just get that. And I was like, oh my God. So it's been the hardest thing I've ever done, is the truth, because of course you're seeing people's pain and blah, blah, blah. I was also scared that I'd be like my mom. So I chose not to have children. I was really, because sometimes I had these anger bursts, like with myself, and rage. And I was like, oh my God, I could hurt a human being. So I decided early on I was never going to have kids, because I was messed up then as well. I had an eating disorder, and I thought I'd be too scared to hurt the child. What if I lost it? And then I'd be so sorry that I shouted at the kid or whatever, and I'd be so messed up that I'm messing. So, but it's been a choice that I made, and I actually believe it was my path, because I don't have any regrets. I've never had the desire for children. I probably did a lot of that when I was younger, because I also looked after sometimes our cousins. And so I think I probably did my dash in a way. But that was another way that I was scared of myself. And one of the biggest things through the years that I've been scared of is my light. Like, who do I think I am? I've been scared of, like, I'm doing this beta program in working with the body, deep body love, and I'm doing two different versions. I started it in 2015. I did a pilot, and I'm just so scared of myself, like feeling foolish, stupid. What if it's not helpful? I had good feedback. So that was 2015. So I've been in and out, but I realized that I needed to go through everything that I've needed to go through for now. So now I'm scared, because these are new programs that I've designed. And it's like, will it work? Is it really helping? People are coming with their rawness. And I'm like, fuck, what if this isn't the right thing? And so I've been anxious with it, but I'm able to hold it because I'm not using the other coping mechanisms that are negative. It's like, now I can hold myself. I feel safer being me. And so I'm like letting myself be seen. That's a little bit different from what other people have experienced in terms of working with emotional eating, negative body. It's more creative, it's spiritual, it's energetic, it's all these things that I love. And so it scares me all the time. But at the same time, I'm loving it. So this beta is around till June. I've got 5 people now, 5 people, until June or July. So it's 16 weeks with them in different ways. And so this scaredness is not holding me back anymore. And it's beta, so it's pilot. And so the clients know that, and we're co-creating it together in a way. But this time I've never realized this. I've been scared my whole life of different things, but scared of myself, and now living with it, and definitely being scared of my life, my own light and energy, because like, who do you think you are? Do you know what I mean? And I'm realizing that I move my hands a lot, and I have some energy, and I don't want to be too much. So I've been scared of me a lot, and I didn't realize just how much so. But this time I'm walking alongside, and I guess because I'm in my well-being. I mean, sometimes I do emotional eating, but it's not the eating disorder. It's just like normal life. So I'm glad that I'm here doing what I'm scared about, because I love it, and it matters to me. It matters to me. And you would get a bit fearful or a bit anxious because you want something to be helpful. But if it doesn't, now I know it, that's okay. We tweak things, or maybe it's not for me, and now I can let that go, maybe, or continue with it. Who knows? I'm not so fearful of the unknown anymore, and me in it. I'm not trying to cultivate and shape myself into something that I'm not, because I don't really know. It's a daily thing. Oh my God, Cass, this is a good question. Whoa, this is an amazing question. Oh my God, I can't wait to see this bit. I think I'll be blowing my mind. And the energy was just all coming. Oh my God, thank you.
Oh, wow. So this is really interesting. It used to be, before I started this journey to be well, to heal, right? My spirit, my mind. It used to be that I thought that if I started, like I felt like I just wanted to scream, that I just wanted to rage or to cry. And I used to be afraid that I couldn't, if I did it, that I wouldn't be able to stop, that I would just spiral out and they'd have to put me in a rubber room or something. And that I had to have that. I don't know if that makes sense, but I had to keep that tight control on those emotions. But now, having gone through a lot of work, I know that that is coming from my family of origin, about being too much and my emotions being too much, and that I needed to suck it up, and having those messages all the time. And so I kept so much bottled, and there was so much brewing that I felt like it was this never ending font that would bubble up and spill over. I don't fear that anymore. So the thing that I would fear now would be, sometimes I can be pretty stubborn and dig my heels in, um, even though I know up here that um, I need to make a change, or I need to listen to someone else's perspective, or consider things that I kind of dig in. And I don't know, it's almost like I regress back to that rebellious teenager who's like, don't tell me. And then I think, so the thing that scares me about that is, am I damaging a relationship? Am I missing the opportunity to heal something or to make a stronger connection?